Many years ago, in a small town surrounded by dusty roads and endless fields, there lived a young man named Daniel. Life had never been easy for him. Every morning he left his tiny home before sunrise, searching for work so he could earn enough money to survive. Some days he found small jobs and earned a few dollars, while on other days he returned home empty-handed. Despite his struggles, Daniel tried to remain honest and believed that God had a purpose for his life. One evening, after spending the entire day looking for work without success, he was slowly walking home when he heard an elderly voice calling out behind him. Turning around, he saw an old traveler standing beside 3 large and heavy bags. The old man asked Daniel if he could help carry one of the bags to the next village and promised to reward him for his effort. Daniel gladly agreed. As soon as he lifted the bag, he realized how heavy it was. When he asked what was inside, the old man smiled and said it was filled with copper coins. As they continued their journey, Daniel noticed the old man watching him carefully, almost as if he was testing him. After some time, they reached a river. The old man explained that he was too weak to cross while carrying his bags and asked Daniel to carry a second one, saying it contained silver coins. Daniel accepted the request, even though he felt slightly insulted when the old man asked him to promise not to run away. He carried both bags across the river and waited patiently. Later, they arrived at a steep hill. Once again, the old man asked for help, this time with the third bag, which he claimed was filled with gold coins. Before handing it over, he warned Daniel that if he ran away, there would be no way to stop him. Daniel assured him that he was an honest man, and even shared how he had once left a job because he refused to lie for his employer. The old man finally trusted him and handed over the third bag. Daniel began climbing the hill, while the old man slowly followed behind. At first, his heart was calm, but as he walked farther away, a dangerous thought entered his mind. What if he kept all 3 bags for himself? The temptation began as a whisper, but it quickly grew louder. He imagined becoming rich, buying a beautiful home, starting a business, and never worrying about money again. Slowly, greed began replacing his honesty. Convinced that the old man would never catch him, Daniel turned away from the path and ran home with all 3 bags. When Daniel finally arrived home, his heart raced with excitement. He quickly locked the door and opened the first bag, expecting to see treasure beyond his dreams. To his shock, the bag contained nothing but ordinary stones. He opened the second bag and found the same thing. Panic filled his heart as he opened the third bag, only to discover more stones. There was no copper, no silver, and no gold. Confused and disappointed, he searched through the bags and found a folded letter hidden inside. With trembling hands, he opened it and began to read. The letter revealed that the old traveler was actually the king of the kingdom. The king had no children and no heir to inherit his throne. For years, he had been searching for someone with enough integrity, honesty, and character to become his adopted son and future ruler. The bags were never meant to hold treasure. They were simply a test. If Daniel had remained faithful and waited for the king on the other side of the hill, he would have inherited the throne and become the future king. As Daniel finished reading the letter, tears filled his eyes. In one moment of weakness, he had lost the greatest opportunity of his life. Sitting there in silence, he realized an important truth. His biggest enemy had never been poverty or bad luck. His greatest enemy had been the temptation inside his own heart. He remembered the teachings of Jesus, who often spoke about guarding the heart because every action begins with a thought. A single negative thought, if entertained long enough, can grow into a decision that changes a person's destiny. This story reminds us that life is full of hidden tests. Sometimes God's greatest blessings arrive disguised as ordinary moments. Many people pray for success, wealth, and opportunity, but few understand that character is what prepares a person to receive those blessings. Wealth can disappear, and opportunities can come and go, but integrity remains forever. Jesus taught that those who are faithful in small things can be trusted with greater things. Every day we face choices between honesty and compromise, faith and fear, patience and temptation. The future we experience tomorrow is being shaped by the decisions we make today. Therefore, Guard your thoughts carefully, fill your heart with faith, and trust God's timing even when life feels difficult. Remember, the greatest battles are not fought in public. They are fought quietly inside the heart. Stay faithful when no one is watching. Stay honest when temptation appears. And trust that what God has prepared for you is far greater than anything temptation can offer. May the peace of Christ guide your heart, strengthen your character, and lead you toward the purpose God created for your life. God bless you.